black karaoke in. Remember that night?
I know.
We got to plan something soon.
Yeah, we got to plan this, maybe when the new year come in and stuff.
Oh, definitely. Now, Kim said, Kim said that you have some insight for us. That's my wings? Oh. Mom?
Oh, about the video?
Yeah. Which person did you agree with? Do you need me to play it again, or you got it?
No, I think I remember.
Okay.
What I said was, I don't believe he was totally wrong, but the way he put it out there was, it wasn't good.
His delivery?
He could have said it differently, because he's right, about women, some of them being, like they don't need a man, and that's because of the way the system is run these days. We single parents, our men is in jail, a lot of them is gay, or for whatever reason, we have to take over the household. So when we become independent, and then some man come up in our face, of course we're going to say, well, look, I don't need, I can do this by myself, because guess what? You are doing it by yourself.
Right.
Not saying that you don't want or you don't need no man, but that's the position that we are in.
Right.
Now, I use myself as an example, because when I had my kids, it was better. I didn't have to go out and work, unless I wanted to, because my man was able to hold it down, and I had 6 children.
Right.
And he was all he.
You said.
And so it was a difference. I could do that, and because he was supposed to be the head of the household, and he was.
Okay.
Back then, men, that's what they did. They took care of their home.
That's what we do.
The women took care of the kids. They took care of the home, and that was a good thing. It wasn't a bad thing. But we can't say that now. Most people got to work 2 jobs. They had their babies, and the men leave them. They don't want to pay no child support. So of course, women just since they got to be independent, they ain't nobody just can come up to them broke and want to talk some junk, because they're not having it.
Okay.
What you bring to the table, I can do this by myself.
Okay,
so I understand what he's saying in a sense. He's not totally wrong, because some women, it was the delivery, because some women, will say that,
I feel like it's okay. For me, personally, I feel like putting finance to the side, I definitely want a man to provide stability. However, I feel from a male perspective, you should want to get into a relationship with someone who is self-sufficient, because say for instance something happened to him, who is he gonna be able to lead on? Why can't both parties be accomplished and be able to come to the table and provide the same amount of money, commitment, and all that? Except, what if something happens to him?
Yeah.
So then the household falls to shreds? I mean,
you're absolutely right, but most people, especially men, don't think that way.
And it's sad, because
you're thinking ahead. If you're a helper and you're a mate, that's what you're supposed to do. Who cares if you make $10 more than he do? Who cares as long as you both bringing it to the table and your outcome is the same and you're getting what you want?
Yeah, it's sad because.
But I think the men lack a lot of them, not all of them. They lack to be able to. They want somebody to need them to a certain extent. They want to be like
appreciate it.
Listen, you can go. I'm paying the bills or whatever, But these women these days, we more modern women. We have to be that way, not by choice. So we just think a little different than it was when I was coming up. I wanted to go to work. My husband was like, no, you don't need to go to work. The kids need you. And now that, my kids is grown, I can look back and appreciate that. Like, well, wow, y'all got it terrible, I had people come here and clean my house and everything. I'm like, well, wow. But I thought that was the way it was supposed to be. You know, I thought everybody had it like that, you know?
Right. That's the way it was. But with, women's lib and the fight for equality and it just changed that dynamic of the home to the point where, you got these women who, have been doing it on their own, raising children, that, saw their mom do it on their own and they're going to do it on their own. And then when it's time to, be in a relationship, well, I'm used to doing it on my own.
Yeah.
So you don't feel that comes from a lack of insecurity, a person that constantly needs to feel needed?
Yes, but you know what? If you love somebody and they love you, you can get around all of that. The independence, you work, like I said, I've been married twice, and you work together and you have the same goals. You want this and I want that. So all that other stuff is irrelevant. Who makes the most money and it's ridiculous, really.
Yeah.
I think so.
I've never had a female. I've never been in a relationship with a female who made more money than me.
How do you know that?
I know.
You've always saw her pay stub?
I know.
You know this because she showed you her pay stub? Or you're assuming?
What their position was, or, we shared finances. I made the most money. Always.
Okay, and is that something that you seeked?
No, not seek. I would like to try a relationship with a female that I can communicate with that did make more money than me. I'm not one of those insecure dudes that's going to be like, oh no, I'm less of a man because you make more money than me. I'll step my game up and I'm going to get my money up. And we're going to have it together.
But I thought you want a needy woman.
Look, woman.
What?
Not that
I thought you want a needy woman, how could she?
I want a female who's going to appreciate me, yes.
But still be okay with her bringing in more money than you.
I need her to appreciate me and make more money than me. How about that?
You sound like you don't know what you really want. Just stick to the 23 ways. I feel like you definitely got a down pipe when it comes to that aspect of...
to give it a shot. What's up?
What?
I want a professional woman who makes more money than me and who can communicate, and sex is bomb.
Okay, we're going to post that on my page, and hopefully we can get a couple of women to respond. Mom, do you have anybody that we could set Rodney up on a date with? Please make sure she's between the size 0 and 4, because anything bigger than that, he's probably going to pass out.
Look.
Well, he already have a problem.
Look.
Rodney want a damn kid.
I'm trying to explain that it's a preference. It's not a requirement.
I already got a problem right there because,
Is everybody huge?
I don't know. I don't even know.
Yes, everybody is my size and up. Ain't nobody size 4 anymore. We all 40. Hello. Okay.
Exactly. People got kids.
Okay.
They like them.
Nobody is size 4 anymore unless you're on the runway.
I go to the gym frequently.
Oh my God.
And I see them in there.
You see them in there?
And you a pounder. You might break her back.
You're gonna be fat.
That's what he's looking. She said you're a pounder. She didn't call you fat.
Sound like you called me fat.
She said a pounder. You know what a pounder is?
Yeah.
She said you like the pounder.
Yeah, you trying to break her back. Put her in the hospital.
Yeah.
Are you going to take care of her when you
I will. I absolutely will.
Yeah, that's what he's looking for. Somebody to take care of.
Not that I'm looking for it. I'm just...
Did you say no?
No, he said yes. That's what he's looking for.
Not that... No. I will take care of her, yes. However, not what I'm looking for. Misconception.
That's what he's looking for.
But when she in a wheelchair, she going to become a size 16. You still going to be with her?
Well, the wheelchair ain't going to be a problem for him because he like needy women. The size 16, yes.
Oh, we got to get past this needy women thing. Look, you gotta understand. Not that I'm looking for a needy babe.
I like that.
Followers, we're looking for a professional woman, makes more money than
me. Yeah, that's gonna be a problem.
Who's fun.
Oh, yeah, that was a good one.
And can communicate. That's it.
Come back right there.
The waist is optional.
Whatever. Anyway, my goal for 2019 is to find my bestie a good, functioning, secure woman that don't need to be taken care of, who is spontaneous and like to go zip lining and what else?
And everything. Just have fun.
Have fun and give him really good sex whenever he needed. He's probably a nympho. Are you a nympho?
Yes.
Jesus Christ, nobody got time for that. We got jobs. We got jobs, goddammit. Anyway,
we don't have to do it every night.
And you a nympho, Rodney Bailey. I'll put a picture of him on my Facebook page so you can check him out.
Hold
Leave some comments
I'm
under
doing the
it,
no
ladies.
hair thing right now. Let me grow my hair back and then we can get a little.
What's your hair thing?
Age group?
What's the age group?
Okay, let me ask you this about off topic.
Okay.
Nymphos, do they explore deeply, like sexually? Like, what I mean by that, a lot of nymphos, they love sex. Would you date a man? Would you have sex with a man?
No, I would not have sex with a man. I wouldn't date a man either. No.
I dated a nympho. Damn, I'm happy you asked that question because I dated a nympho.
Did you really?
Yes, and that's the one I told you I thought was.
Oh.
And I honestly feel he did experiment in that part because I said to him one time when I was dating him, because he was so kinky and loved sex so much, and whatever I did wasn't satisfying to him. I told him, I said, I don't think a woman will be able to satisfy you.
I think I know who you talking about.
Girl, shush, don't call nobody that.
I ain't talking about that.
Look,
I said that to him. I said, I don't think a woman can satisfy you.
No, I have an infatuation with the female body.
Oh, okay.
I like how soft it is and how curvaceous and soft and it's so soft.
Oh, you should have been a doctor.
I should have.
No, girl, he would have had a lot of lawsuits.
I would have so many lawsuits.
The anatomy of the body, you love it. You should have just been a doctor, a gynecologist or something.
Oh, gee, now you can stare at vaginas all day. That's nasty.
I don't know. I probably could stare at them all day.
No, you can't.
I could probably. Give me a job. Let me show you.
Now give me a job. Let me show you. Well, Kim, did you ask us the question that you said you really wanted to ask us?
Yeah, I did. About the nympho?
No, before that, you were saying something before Mom got on the
What
phone.
was I saying? Shit, I don't remember. You gotta catch me when it's in the brain.
Well, we were talking because you said you wanted us to get back to the video, and you said Mom had some things that you wanted to share with us.
I wanted us to get back to the video, and then I wanted Mom to shed some light on that. You know,
I thought
because it was coming from an older person perspective on that. When we doing these kind of videos and like podcasts and stuff like that, it's important to have a variety of views in different ages giving the input on stuff. Because the time they grew up in and the time that we grew up in and then our children today, the times are so entirely different.
Right.
To where, educating and schooling people never stops.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
I agree.
So I just wanted Mom to come on and shed some light on that. When I watched the video several times, and I know what I sent you in the inbox and everything like that, but I kind of feel what Mom's saying. It made me kind of look at it slightly different. I kind of feel like he delivered his message wrong, and I think he's talking about the women that are nasty with attitude. Because if you replay the video, he made that clip, like the women that's talking about, I don't need no man, I don't need this. He was talking about those type of women, but the way he delivered the message, it can confuse you. To where we going to be like, oh, what are you talking about? No independent women. We going straight to what he's saying. No, he don't want no independent ass woman. But if you really listen to him, he was really talking about those women precisely. And it is some women out there who are very, very strong and who feel like, oh, a man can't, and their attitudes show through.
They can't wait to say it.
Nobody want a woman whose attitudes show through. You can be independent, but, don't have no attitude. Like, be humble. A lot of these women today are not humble because they're so successful and they feel like they achieved so much on their own that when it comes to men, he gotta meet her at the top already.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And men want to feel like I can help you. Men do want to feel like, let me help you.
Right.
Not to say you don't have to be independent.
And even if I
be
can't help you, can we?
Let me help you.
All
Let me
I
be
have
that
to
man
say
in your life.
is,
But like Mom was saying, it's hard because these men today are in jail. They barely want to pay child support. They're not holding up that role of being a strong provider.
right.
You know what I mean? So it's making us women feel that way and act that way because these men are not being men. There's a shortage of real men. He spoke about this real men stuff. Real men don't think like that. Real men don't act like that. Real men want a woman that can help him go to the top. If he falls, she can lift him. If she falls, he can lift her.
Right.
Real men want that. So the men he's speaking of is not real men.
Exactly.
It's men who want very, very submissive women. And it's okay to be submissive to a certain extent. But the way they want women to be today is they got reasons why they want them like that. You know, they want to be able to cheat. They want to be able to dangle over your head that I did this for you. I made you. If you ain't working for me, you wouldn't have this, you wouldn't have that. They got reasons and motives as to why they want you to need them. These men today.
And it comes
these
from...
men we're speaking of, I wouldn't consider them to be real men.
Yeah, and it comes from a place of insecurity.
Okay, so a lot of other
If
dudes...
what I'm capable to do on my own intimidates you, then you need to check yourself. To me,
you're very intimidating.
To me, the most
if you're making more money than him, that's a problem.
Right.
You know, I was dealing with a guy who was like, look, because, you know, I got my own business.
Right.
You know, and with business, you have your ups and you have your downs.
Right.
You know, he told me, you need to go get you a 9 to 5. This ain't working. But when he told me that, I was at the high peak of the business. Things was going really great. In fact, I was making more than him at the time. You know, but he wanted me to go ahead and get a job because, one, he wanted to be able to call me at the job and know that I'm there. I had too much freedom.
I was just about to ask you.
Where I could do what I want to do, and he did not like it.
I was just about to ask you.
Jealous and very insecure and controlling, and that don't work with an Aquarius like me. You got to go.
I was just about to ask you if your phone was ringing too much for him because you know how men act when our phone ring once or twice within a one day. That's a problem for them. So
here's the thing. I'm the type of woman that, look, we go out together. I mean, well, if I have events, because, you know, I'm into the marketing, advertising, promotion, all that kind of stuff. So any events that I would have, he's always welcome. He's always invited. And he would never come. But when I would come back home, it would be an argument. Oh, what you was doing. And it got to the point where he would check me down there.
See, I don't understand that because
me down there.
I don't have a jealous bone in my body.
He got the game messed up. You know, so he was just a very jealous man. I answered all my phone calls. I didn't have a lock on my phone. You know, he were able to look in the phone when he wanted to. So he had his own demons he had to battle. And a lot of these men that can't trust women, that are very insecure and don't want no strong woman, is because they was not raised with a strong mother.
Right, exactly. Exactly.
Hold on. Say it again. Say the last part again.
She said a lot of women.
I said these men that don't want no strong woman, okay, is because they was not raised with a strong mother.
Amen.
And that's fact. I consider that to be goddamn fact. That ain't even no damn opinion.
Girl, Rodney over here pondering. Hold on, the smoke is coming out of his ears.
Well, okay, so I wasn't raised with a strong mother.
I didn't say you.
No. I'm part of everybody. I'm a man. I'm a man.
What you said kind of hit home for him, so he was over here pondering.
Okay, well, look, if it hit home, it hit home. Look, if the glove fit, wear that motherfucker.
Right, no, but I'm looking for someone to be my equal. And
I know that to be true. I see it too many times. I see it with my own situation. I'm the type of person that observe deeply into other people's situations, you know, and I see it too much not to believe that that's a fact. That these men who are weak and controlling, you know, and insecure are men who didn't have that love that he needed, that he wanted from his mama.
He had mama issues.
His mom did not stand up to be that strong woman he needed. So he's going to look for the woman that ain't strong. He's going to look for the woman that is very needy. You know?
Rodney, how was your
look for the
relationship?
woman that he can control.
It's been coincidence that the females that I've been with have been, you know.
And how was your relationship with your mom?
And he's going to beef with the woman that is powerful and strong because he don't.
No
like
beef. It's just
He don't
boring.
like it.
I get out. I'm out.
He don't like it because his mother wasn't there. He don't know what that's like.
You got Ronnie thinking.
It's a flip side to that, though. It's a flip side to that. That ain't all cases. That ain't all cases. It's some men that did have the strong mother, and if they meet a woman that's just like her, it's a problem because he didn't like that his mother was strong.
Well, I was just about to say probably because he didn't like his mother. Because most men, I said probably because he didn't like his mother, because most men look for women that's like their mothers. Like they said, most daughters want to marry a man like their father, and most men look for women that's like their mother.
I think that's just something people
That's
say.
the thing.
I don't
He
think
had
that's a
issues
thing.
with his mother. So anybody that was strong like her, you know, or whatever, she was strong, but she had some shortcomings in life, you know. And a lot of men these days don't get over their childhood. So if mom had multiple men around them, if mom used to get high at one point, but still you ain't get caught up in the system and she took care of home and all of that, kids don't forget none of that. So they grow up and become men, and even though mom is grandma now and you got kids and she's a different woman, they don't forget what you showed them as a kid. And they grow up being bitter and angry with you, still keeping you in a life, but want you to see that I'm going to raise my kids different from how you raised me.
Oh, yeah.
Rodney,
No,
I
no,
don't
no.
know how in depth you're trying to get with this show, but are you willing to touch on your relationship with your mom?
Okay, so my mom was male dependent. She was not very strong. She did not have a presence in the house. She, I don't like her as a person. I don't keep her around to show her that, you know, I can do better than her. I just X her out of the picture altogether. I don't like wasting time. So, from what my sister tells me, she's a different person now. I don't give a shit what person she is now because she hasn't apologized for being the person she was. So,
How bad was it?
there was no drugs. There was no... She just... I mean, she left my dad to marry my stepdad, and then he was in charge of everything. She didn't have an opinion. If I asked her for anything, she would send me to him. So, I mean... And then it got to the point where she chose him over me. And then after that, she, you know, she did some lying. She made some sly comments. And I tried to forgive her because my dad and his new wife said, you know, you only get one mom and you should try and make it work. And I did. I tried to make it work, but it felt like I was being fake. So I gave up on it. And I was like, you know what? I don't need her in my life. You know, if she were to pass today, it wouldn't mean anything to me. She's already out of my life.
Oh, that's sad.
She's already out of my life. I mean, I'm already done with it.
So, what Kim said, does that resonate with you?
Well,
does that
I mean...
resonate with you?
That's very sad, and I'm sorry that you feel that way
I know.
about your mother who brought you into this world. You know, none of us is perfect people. You know, your mom, whatever her reasons is as to why she did what she did, like you just gave us the gist. You ain't going to real details, you know, but she may be an old school type of mind frame woman. Like my mom mentioned earlier, women took the back seat and the man was the head of the household. So her remarrying or whatever have you, she gave him that position to be head of the household. And you had to go to him and get approval of whatever. She played that role, and maybe she really believed that's the role she has to play. It's in the Bible, all of that. So maybe you can't fault her totally for that.
Yeah.
You know?
Listen.
As far as asking her out your life, it got to be something deeper than just that. Because that's your mom. If it wasn't for her, you wouldn't be on this podcast right now. You wouldn't be breathing right now. She could have aborted you.
Right.
She could have, you know, did so many things with your life that where you wouldn't have an opinion about anything. You know? So to just X her off completely is wrong to me. You can deal with her from a distance, but still show her unconditional love.
Right.
Yeah, I don't think my love is unconditional.
You don't put nobody through what they put you through. You be better than that. You get your blessings by being greater than what other people have done to you. I'm a true believer of that. True believer. I've been blessed greatly because of the heart that I got. And although the heart that I got often get me in situations to where I get hurt, it don't stop my blessings that I get.
Right.
Because of who I am. I don't change up because of what other people do to me. Your mom, I think you should forgive her. I think you need to have a conversation with her. People don't conversate anymore. People don't, you know, sit down and face off and really get to the nitty gritty, the root of the problem.
Now, I want
to say something real quick. And I'm going to give you a little background as to why I'm about to say what I'm about to say. I personally believe that you will never get to know someone, including your mom, until you know her past. Mm-hmm. And at that, and then is the time when you'll be able to appreciate her and understand her as an individual. And I say that to say, my mom, everybody who knows me know I love my mother. I'm a ride or die daughter, okay? Mm-hmm. Right. And it took me... I'm not saying that I didn't love my mom when I was growing up. I did. But, you know, we have questions. Why mommy ain't doing this? Why mommy ain't doing that? Whatever. I had questions, too. Mm-hmm. But it took me being a mom to just take myself out of the equation and just think about how she was growing up as a kid and how she was raised, to be able to appreciate her for what she was able to just give me. Because she was only able to give me what she knew and what she learned. My mom didn't grow up with a lot of education. I feel like she grew up without her mom. She grew up without her dad. The aunts who raised her totally took advantage of her in terms of not making sure she went to school, all of that. As a little kid growing up, not being able to go to school, you're like, yeah, I want to stay home. I don't care. Yes. So they played on that. And she stayed home and helped them raise the kids. I say all that to say, when I was in school, I was looking for that type of hands-on mom. Come to my game, because I was a cheerleader. I cheered for basketball and football, so I was looking for my mom to be in the stands. You know, I was looking for her to come to my plays and my choir rehearsal and all that stuff. But then, and I was bitter about it for a long time. I really was. I was like, you know, everybody else mom is in audience, and, you know, everyone is running up and because their mom had a bouquet of flowers, and I'm standing in the back like, oh, that's so sweet. For a while, I was upset about that. And then I had to take myself out of the equation, and I had to say, Madonna, your mom don't understand that type of language. She doesn't understand. Like, for a long time, I don't even think my mom, and I know she did love me, I don't even remember my mom actually saying the I love you words. Actions, yes, but actually saying I love you and hugging you. She said now, because she sees my relationship with my daughter, and I'm no longer upset about it because she didn't grow up with her mom. She doesn't know what it feels like to be hugged and kissed and say, I love you. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So me being a mom now and being able to just put myself in her position, I love her for everything she was able to give and not give me. Mm-hmm. And I say that to say, just take a moment to learn your mom, find out where she came from, what was her upbringing, the things that she lacked and didn't provide you is probably things that wasn't provided to her. Yeah, that would be a great show to actually have her. Maybe. Oh, he would be open to calling her Kim. Yeah, we made a breakthrough today. Yay for me and Kim.
Oh, really? Yes. I think we made a breakthrough. I'm telling you. I mean,
no, that's a step in the right
You
direction.
don't understand. You don't understand. Some people are so oblivious to their own wrongdoing that it is just pitiful the way they come off. I've tried more than once to try to get through to her, and I like to think of myself as a very good communicator.
Yes, you are. But instead of you trying to get through to her, give her the opportunity just to tell her story, and you just be there to listen. It ain't no getting through to her. It ain't no trying to get her to see you.
We'll see what happens.
Just ask her questions and questions that will allow her to open up. Maybe then you'll be like, okay, I get it.
Not only that, Madonna,
maybe we should call my sister first to get an understanding
exactly. Yeah.
Let the past go. Often, I'm dealing with this in my family today. It's a lot of my family members that are stuck in 20 years ago, 30 years ago, 40 years ago.
No, I'm stuck in like 10 years ago.
Let the past go and live for today. Live for the future.
Right? You know I got bills to pay. I got to work. Pay some bills.
Sometimes
get some stuff.
Questions and getting the answers that you want to know can make you even madder.
Right.
So sometimes you just got to say whatever it was. I don't even care no more. Mm-hmm. We are here today, and this is what we're going to do from this point on. You my mother or you my father, whoever it is, I love you. You my brother, you my sister, I love you. And let's work on building a relationship from here. Nobody was brought into this world being perfect. We all got shortcomings. We all got issues we deal with. We all sin. We all make mistakes, and we all learn from them, and sometimes we don't. It takes some of us longer than others. Mm-hmm. You understand?
Right. It's taking her longer to, come to grips with her part in this whole, me being me. And,
You said it's taking her grips to do what?
It's taken her a long time. She has not apologized or even acknowledged that she had any wrongdoing whatsoever.
So what if that
maybe
apology...
she don't even think she was wrong. Sometimes people
I told her she was wrong.
They doing the right thing. Like I told you, the Bible situation when your man's supposed to be the head of the household. Yeah. He had to stop the stepfather take that role to be the head. She probably thought that was the right thing to do.
Right.
I don't really. She's not a religious person. She's not a religious person.
And I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna share some light on this, and then I'll let you talk. A lot of them have been molested, right? And that's something they keep a secret, and they don't tell nobody. And that could be some of the issues a lot of them are dealing with, and they're not exposing that to you. And then they reacting and they're doing what they know to do, but they struggling with some underlying issues that you'll probably never know about that they take into their grave.
Maybe. We'll see.
Well, he said we'll see, and that's progress to me.
Yeah, I'm not one of those people that...
I'm telling you.
Yeah, possibly.
I say that because I recently went to a funeral in Virginia. One of my relatives passed away. And, you come, you reunite with relatives you ain't seen in years since you was a baby or whatever have you. And at that reunion, it was like I've learned so much about different family members that I'm like, that happened to you? It was a lot of incest going on. It was a lot of, molestation going on. And then a lot of that was being revealed in that moment of the funeral, of reuniting with some of these people. Where I never would have guessed or thought that because how they live their life and who they are today. So people don't get over the past easily. They are dealing with their own demons and struggles and stuff like that. They have their reasons for why they act out and do certain things. And they will never express it to you. They'll never tell it. So I'm saying that to say, let the past go and work on today and the future.
Right.
I hear what you're saying. But I'm a true believer. If we don't deal with the past, it's gonna the concern is gonna resurface in either the same way or a different way. And
no, it only resurfaces if you keep pondering on it. That's the only way it resurfaces.
Well,
If both parties let it go, it's never going to be thought of and brought up again. I ain't going to say thought of, but brought up again, because you're rebuilding on something new.
Okay, but I have a question for you, Rodney. You keep mentioning this apology. What if you never get it?
We can go on for the rest of our lives not
But
speaking.
that's something that's festering in your heart. You have to be able to forgive your mom in order to move on. And please believe.
Move on with her. I'll move on without her.
Please believe your feelings and your thoughts and your relationship with her does affect your relationship. I know you may not agree.
I don't see how.
You have no idea, because Kim just made a very important comment. She said a lot of men who are somewhat insecure or look for certain women to have that insecurity or
not me.
It's due to them not having a really great relationship with their mother. Did you miss that part?
I cannot have a great relationship with mother and have a wonderful relationship with the other females in my life.
And then why do you feel the need to always be attracted to a woman that's needy?
Well, no, I am not.
Because you just said your mom
to a needy female.
Was the one that was constantly needy to your stepfather.
I appreciate.
And everything was
females who appreciate me, not needy.
And now look at the role you're playing. You want that woman to now come to you.
No, just appreciate.
You're playing the stepfather's role.
No, okay. Not at all. No.
Ken, do you get
I appreciate females who appreciate me, which makes me want to do more for them. Not that I'm looking for a needy babe. That's not what it is.
And was your stepfather doing more for your mother?
Well,
yes.
They didn't involve me in the finance. I don't know.
No,
he was in the military.
I'm just about as a whole.
She was in banking. I would imagine that the housing had to do with his military status.
So would you consider your mom somewhat needy? Because you just said everything pertaining to you that you wanted or requested it was go see your stepfather.
Right, which I say that to say that I couldn't speak to her about anything. In 7th grade, I could no longer ask her questions about my schooling because I had surpassed her in the 7th grade. There was nothing. Can I go stay at Roy's house or go ask him? Why I gotta ask him? Why can't I just ask you?
Because he was the head of the household.
Mom, I'm pretty sure if you explained to him, you said yes, it'd be a done deal. Can I go? How about that? Why gotta ask him? He don't like me because I remind him of my father, which they met. My stepdad and my dad met because of her.
Okay, so the same voice.
Wait, your stepdad don't like you because
I remind
him of your dad?
Of my father, right.
Okay.
My little sister had it so easy. Me, she could, let me see what happened. She had her knees on the sink and she was looking in the mirror and I was like, okay, so I can't touch you because I'll be wrong. We already know that. So I'm going to tell you should get off the sink because it could break. Okay, so I didn't touch you. I told you what you should do. I am covered. Boom! The sink broke. I said, okay, just to recap, I didn't pull you off the sink. I didn't touch you. I told you to get off. You chose not to do it. You broke the sink. There is no way I can get in trouble. You know, as soon as he came home, I got my ass whipped because I didn't get off the sink. Whoa! I don't understand how I'm in trouble for this. You told me I couldn't touch her because previously when I touched her, I got in trouble. So I'm a quick learner. I didn't touch her. I told her to get off the sink. And how am I getting my ass whipped for her fucking up?
How old were you?
Oh my God, I had been 11, 12.
Okay, so that was my point earlier. You still stuck there. Part of you being angry and bitter is still from the past.
Well, no. The reason, okay, I can let all that past stuff go. I can let all the past stuff go. However, when I became a man and I was staying with my baby's mama, she came over. She came in from out of town, and we invited her over. And she is the type of woman that she will throw shade while she's smiling and laughing, so it don't seem like shade. But bitch, I can't believe you just said that. I'm about to kick you out my fucking house. You should probably leave before I lose my cool. That type of shit. She would say little slick shit. Yeah. She would say little slick shit thinking, oh, I'm just being friendly on me. And I'm thinking, yo, you about to get your ass whipped. I don't think you know who you're talking to.
That's your mom.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Your mom.
So, I mean, even after all that stuff happened past, and I can let that go, it's the stuff that happened when I was, getting into my own that, I'm having trouble getting over. There was maybe a couple of things that happened back then that I brought to her attention that she doesn't see it the same way I see it, which is wrong on her behalf, because I had a very clear view of what was going on. And Wayne, if you're watching, I didn't forget what you said. I owe you one. You might not want to come back to this side of the country.
Who's Wayne? Your stepfather?
Yeah.
Lord Jesus. What happened to Wayne? First of all, I want to just reiterate what I just said. I do believe the relationship that you have with your mom plays out currently in the relationship that you have with these women and the women that you select.
Right.
Okay.
I am dead ass telling you.
So
I'm not going to go into all of your business. Because I'm going to let you touch on it.
So
when you're ready.
The relationship I have with you as a friendship.
But we have a friendship. We not on that, you know what I mean? It's different.
Relationship, friendship is all about a friendship.
It is.
It's
However,
all friendship.
when it comes to
in
intimacy,
our friendship, have I ever treated you with disrespect?
No, but
It's
you cannot.
When you go
Exactly. It's a different
I am the
depth.
same person whether I'm your friend or your mate. I'm the same guy.
You're not.
I mean, yeah, you might get special privileges if you're giving me some, but
trust me when I tell you,
it's a
you're not
different
the same
depth.
person.
It's a different
Because
depth.
when you start having sex with somebody, you become emotionally attached,
Exactly.
physically attached. It's other things that enter your mind when situations come up when you are now intimate with somebody.
like what?
To
For
just a
example,
friend.
I'm the same
You
guy.
can give sound advice to a friend. Not to say it's not possible, because I'm capable of doing it. I could take myself out of being your girl and give you some real ass advice. Everybody can't do that though. You know what I mean? Especially men, because y'all think with your people.
No. If I'm getting it on a regular, I'm not thinking with it because I know that's gonna happen tonight regardless, and I can still be the young man that I am. Either in a friendship or a relationship, I'm still gonna be the same guy.
Rodney, there's a different depth to every relationship, whether it's business, platonic friends, best friends, intimate partners, lovers, wife, fiance, mother of my child. There's different depths to every situation. You may respect everybody equally. You may be considerate to everybody equally, but there's different depths to your love and consideration and things that you would do and wouldn't do, and there's different depths. I'm telling you.
And
so
regardless of the relationship I have with my mom,
great guy, yes.
Regardless of the relationship with my mother, I'm not gonna let something that happened between me and somebody else affect what I have with this next person.
But you don't know that it's affecting you.
Exactly.
Okay.
You
now,
unknowingly do things. You don't know where it's coming from.
For the record, Madonna has only
outside looking in can pinpoint the problem better than you could.
Okay.
Because you're in it. You're in the problem.
Okay.
Exactly.
So Madonna knows about the batshit crazy girl that I was with, and then the ex-wife.
Kim, maybe one day we could have an interview and have her come on and you can ask her some questions. Wouldn't that be great?
Yes, please. Can we talk to Mama, please?
No, he agreed to the mom. He definitely agreed to the mom. But we talking about the batshit crazy girl. That one.
Oh, the crazy girl?
Yeah.
Oh, see, she might get like get out of there.
No, but the mom he agreed to.
But
the mom he agreed to.
She only knows of two females, and one was my ex-wife, and then this mishap of a relationship, which really wasn't a relationship. It was just like a fuck thing that moved in. That's all that was.
Oh, bullshit.
So the next female I'm with, we will see if my relationship with my mom has any bearing on how I treat.
How would you know you're in it? Someone has to be there as a third party. Ain't nobody
Okay,
gonna be following
be there
you.
as a third party.
No, I don't want to be in your relationship. But to be quite honest, I want
Because the last one.
Oh no! It has nothing to do with that. No, I'm not trying to be there, taking notes and be like, aha, there it is. Like, no,
There will be no aha because I'm really just a cool dude, regardless. You know?
I don't even need to be there. I can tell you based on what you told me and how you reacted to certain things that, yeah, you have some underlying issues.
How I reacted to what?
Well, like I said, Kim. Out of respect for him, I don't want to go too much into your relationships, as you said to me, because certain things I prefer you to touch on. You know what I mean?
For example,
as a friend, I don't want to touch on it. I don't feel like that's any of my business to share.
Okay.
So I'll wait for you to bring it up if it comes up, and then I'll say, "Aha, that's it."
Right.
That is it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna touch on certain things. So, but I honestly.
So basically, she don't want to expose you like that because you are a best friend. And you know,
I can't think of any situation.
Open it up.
I can't think of any situation where I was.
And if so, you put it out
influenced
there and elaborate on it.
Exactly.
By my maternal figure with some type of sexual relationship. They don't even coexist in the same.
Yes, it does. The way you communicate with your person, your reaction to when certain things goes wrong, when it's not necessarily going your way, the way you handle it, all relates back to your position with your mom, how you feel about her, the fact that you are comfortable enough to call her a bitch.
I said that?
Yeah. Excuse me, do I need to rewind the tape?
I mean, I can imagine me saying it. I don't recall.
You was like,
wait. Who a bitch?
His mom. He referred to her as a bitch when
See? She didn't hear it either.
Oh, you want to know when you said it? You said it when you was talking about her coming in your house and she said something and you was like, bitch, you exactly.
See, I would say that to anybody who came to my house wrong. That's anybody.
Man, you ain't never supposed to disrespect your mom.
Well, you don't know the relationship I had with this lady where I went over and above trying to be nice to her. If I say it, she earned it.
Before you call your mother a bitch, you supposed to walk out. You supposed to disappear before you call her a bitch.
I don't think
in your mind, every mom is always right. There's no crackhead moms out there. There's no moms that,
so he
sold their daughters into prostitution.
1 second. He did not call her a bitch to her face, but when he was speaking about her a minute ago, that was the name he used to describe her, and that's why I brought it up. I'm not saying you called her a bitch to her face.
You know
yes, it is still bad.
That's still bad because we're on a live stream and you're referring to her as a bitch. This could eventually get to her one day. You never know.
Then she would know
social media works,
the depth of my dissatisfaction with the way she's handled some things.
You never do that. You never do that.
He's totally fine with it.
Women take that word very personal, although it's many women out there that embrace it.
Yeah, I embrace it.
Good women.
I'm like, bitch, I love you.
I
love you too.
You know? not a man we love and we, never call us no bitch.
Well,
that's wrong.
Not all of y'all.
Your mama birthed you. You should never refer to her as
I know. It keeps coming back to the one thing that she did against her will, like she wanted to.
She could have had an abortion.
Yes, it was her choice.
She could have gave you
that was her. That was her option. My dad said no, let's have them, so she decided to have them.
You could have been in foster care. You could have been way worse, I should say.
Okay.
Not saying all foster kids are bad. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I've heard some really bad stories.
Yeah, because once you go on a foster care, you don't know what you're going to walk into. You could have been molested. You could have been killed. You could have been whatever. As she gave up on providing for you.
You could have been a product of the state.
Choice.
Okay.
She made a choice to keep you around.
Good for her.
And the way things are set up today, you see mothers are off the chain these days.
It's so dark.
You know?
That one looks good.
To where they don't want the kids. They killing them. They put them in ovens. They chopping them up. They allowing the boyfriend to kill them and they watching. There's so much going on. You're blessed. You're a blessed man, and you're speaking as if you're not.
Oh no, I'm blessed.
The woman that brought
I've
you
decided to
into this
turn
world,
me into who I
she
am,
blessed you.
regardless of my past, and bring out the best. I'm gonna live my best life.
Say that again?
He said he's blessed because despite his relationship with his mom, he's made himself into the man that he is today.
I could probably be better.
No.
I mean, maybe.
You didn't do it by yourself.
Oh, this? Oh yeah, I did this.
No, you didn't do it by yourself.
No,
Even
really,
if
I
you
did
feel
this.
as though when you
I could probably
sound
do a
when you
better
say
job.
I, you sound a bit selfish in a
No,
lot of
no.
ways.
I was on my own. I did this. It was me. Years and years, it was just me.
It wasn't just you. It was whoever was in your life to help you push through. Everybody played a part.
Well,
Everybody. The person I
Vonda,
am today,
thank you.
I don't give all the credit to myself. I give
My
the
first
credit to
son's
those who were there for me to help me push through. Everybody get a piece of that credit. You understand? There's never a I did this.
She was more of a liability.
I. Because when you put that in your brain that it's I, you're going to move like that. You become very selfish. You know what I mean? There's no never we did this, or we going to get this money, we going to grow, it should be that kind of talk.
Well, I mean, if somebody was in my life, then we could be we.
Yourself. Your experiences that you went through, whether they were good or bad, that made you the man that you are today.
Amen.
The bad and the good that you've been through and whoever was placed in your life to show you that is what made you the man that you are today. And your mom plays a part of that.
Well, I don't want to get off topic. I know we're talking about this video.
What video? Oh, you're stupid. Listen, and it went right over my head. I was like, what video?
I don't want to monopolize this whole thing about me. It's just, you know.
Woo! Like, all right, enough about me. Okay, all right. Back to the video.
Well, first of all, I think what we touched on today was amazing. Yeah, the video opened up our discussion, but it evolved into several different topics, which is great. Rodney, hopefully one day we actually can have your mom on the show. Probably. And we can actually have an open dialogue. Okay. And myself and Kim will be open to sitting there and listening.
I gotta tailor my comments to make sure.
You have to tailor your comments? Why? I want you to, with respect, I will want you to speak openly and honestly to your mom, but with respect. I wouldn't want you to, you know, like, be on eggshells during the conversation.
He seemed like the type of person that the first thing she say wrong, he gonna get mad and be ready to walk away. You know what I mean?
I hope
because it ain't going the way he would like it to go. He's not getting that immediate
a very flexible person, so Kim, away. If you come around more.
Hey, look. Hey, this is my perception.
Perception glove.
Yes, he said he's a very open and what?
Flexible
person. You would know if you came around more.
Oh!
Yeah. I said that. Yeah.
Okay, maybe you got a point. But for what I'm hearing, it don't sound like that.
Oh, no. I am.
You know, don't sound that way.
I am.
Anyway, yeah, I'm looking forward to that conversation because that will be kind of dope. At least I'll feel like I accomplished something with my podcast. Even if it doesn't go anywhere, I'll be like, well, my bestie's talking to his mom. Yay.
And
you know what?
In a relationship with a professional who makes more money than me.
The actual topic that we were supposed to really discuss. Because we don't know that man from a can of paint. He's a reality star.
Exactly.
You are our star. You somebody we know personally.
Yeah.
And for us to shed some light on your personal story, that means more to us than anything. Exactly. That we can assist you, help you, guide you, or whatever, any kind of way. That's more important than that reality stuff. So Amen. This maybe should have been the real topic of tonight, opposed to that, because you are somebody.
Exactly.
And what you feel matters to us. Mm-hmm. You know, I don't gotta be around you every day. You're a black man, you're my brother,
so sweet.
And I love you, I care for you, and I wouldn't want to see nothing happen to you. And we should treat each other as such.
Right.
You know? And I feel like we got something really great out of tonight, having this discussion. And if we can be more open about our lives and be an open book, we can get somewhere. If we can communicate it in a respectfully way, we can get somewhere. We can start accomplishing things as people.
Amen.
As we open up and then, take the solutions that's given to us, work towards greatness, Okay.
I agree. And that's why I said, even if this podcast don't go anywhere, I will feel amazed or be extremely ecstatic knowing that I helped with the relationship that you're going to have with your mom. Because I think it's going to be good for 2019.
Oh, yeah. All
Really?
day.
Why are you looking at me like that?
Oh,
There's
my
hope.
relationship with my mom
There
is going to
hope.
affect a relationship I'm going to have with
I'm
some
not even,
random...
listen, I'm not even thinking about the relationship you're going to have with a random chick. I'm just more so focused on you establishing a great relationship with your mom. It doesn't even have to be great. I just want you to get back on a level where you don't refer to her as a bitch anymore. And you're able to...
I'm a great communicator.
And you're comfortable enough to call her on holidays and be like, happy holiday, Merry Christmas, whatever. And let's start baby steps first. Just get the conversation going. Let's get the dialogue flowing.
Okay, let's get my sister on the line next week then. How about that?
So you want to speak to your sister first and then your mom?
Yeah, we got to go with my sister first.
And why is that?
She has more connection with her.
Oh, okay, gotcha. So she's the gateway?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. I'm open to that, Kim. Well, Kim...
Unless, some other topic comes up and it's more important,
No.
I'm here for the team. I'm here for the team.
We gotta fix this
I'm here
one.
for the team.
I want to fix my bestie so he could stop picking these lame broads.
Well, what I do want to say, I
only
know
know
we
two of
didn't
them.
plan to have this conversation tonight, but, I see you trying to further it. I want to ask if it's okay for me, because that's your bestie. I have a greater bond.
Absolutely.
And I was just shedding light on what I felt and what I've seen. So I'm going to ask you personally, is it okay that I can be a part of the resolution of what can happen with this?
Oh, absolutely. I'm 100% comfortable with that, and I hope he is as well.
Come on, we're a team. Let's do it.
I love
What
it.
he said?
He said, come on, we're a team. Let's do it. I love it.
All right. That's what I like to hear.
Progress! Woo! I'm here for you, bestie.
So, more next Tuesday.
More next Tuesday.
8 p.m.
Thank you, Kim. You've been amazing. So happy
Thank
to
you
meet
for having me. I love you guys.
Love
and I
you
will
too.
see you maybe next week if you invite me back.
Yes,
Thank you.
absolutely. All right. Good night, babe. Have a good one. Tell Mom I said hi.
All
Bye.
right, you too. All right, I will.
All right.
Take
Bye.
care. Bye-bye.
All right.
Alexa, end call. All right, guys. Well, that's it. And
Hold up, before we go,
okay,
because we're
before
always
we go.
posing questions. Guys out there, do you really believe the relationship with your mom has any bearing, has any influence on the relationship you have with your fiance or girlfriend or wife?
The lack of relationship that you have, what you don't have with your mom.
Relationship or lack thereof, either way. Because I am having a hard
It goes
time.
both ways, though. It's also the fatherless child, motherless child. It all plays a part. I know growing up without a dad plays a huge part on my relationships and how I pick them and whoever finds me.
Really?
Oh, yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, absolutely.
So these dudes you be dating is like your dad?
No, what I said by that is what I meant by that is I didn't have that example of what a man should be and how a man should treat a woman and what that stable relationship looks like, which is why I selected the men I selected and why my relationship was so unstable, and I was okay with staying in it for the length of time that I did, because I don't know what a real man looks like and what a solid relationship between a man and a woman looks like. Because Dad left when I was, I don't know, let's say 8. And the way he did it was tasteless. It wasn't like, Virginia, let's file for this divorce. I'm moving on. It was like, I'm going on vacation. If I don't see you for Christmas, have a Merry Christmas. And that was it. That was all he wrote. That's all he said. And my mom and I didn't find out that he came to the United States until she got that large phone bill that he left for her to pay. And obviously, all the calls that he made were to the United States. So, you put 2 and 2 together. Bastard must be in the United States. She started calling phone numbers and she tracked him down. Well, we're not going to get into my story because we'll be here all night. But we can definitely touch on it at one point in time. It's going to be in my book called When Broken Girls Cry. I started writing that a couple of years ago.
Good title.
Maybe 2-3 years ago. Thanks. Isn't it dope?
Yeah.
So hopefully